y'all? Donnie Keith here, aka Auntie Peaches from the Aunties Radio Show, also on The Voice of Reason. I'm here to say that ever since my man started taking A game, he's been on top of his A game. When I say A game, I mean his A game. He's more focused. He's definitely working out more. His attitude is better. And he's not complaining of all over body aches due to poor blood circulation, because A-Game provides great blood circulation, if you know what I mean, ladies. That blood circulation. Sometimes I have to hide the A-Game in the bushes when I'm out walking the dog just because I want some sleep, if you know what I mean, ladies. Stay on top of your A-Game, fellas. Get your A-Game.
Hey all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly value, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey everybody. How's everybody doing? So, just wanted to come talk to you for a little bit. And this show was inspired by the video I did earlier with Old Girl in the Gym. And so many other videos. So many other instances of women all over the world, all over America, black, white, Latino, whatever, just destroying. Thank you, MPS. So don't forget to get the likes up. Thank you. Just destroying the image of women everywhere. Just destroying what we had come to believe as a society about who women were and about what women stood for and about all of these things. Feminism told women they just didn't have to be women. They didn't have to be sugar and spice and everything nice. They didn't have to. That was just something that men wanted to keep you docile, keep you stupid, keep you somewhere barefoot and pregnant, keep you somewhere not succeeding, whatever success was. And that you didn't have to be good, because men defined what good women were, and we were against men, and we were against the patriarchy, and we were against them. So we were against everything that men think women should be. And what traditionally have men thought women should be? Men have thought that women should be nurturers and kind and sweet and romantic and dreamers and mothers and, able to give of herself selflessly to her family and all of them sorts of things. And before the advent of the internet and social media and all of these things, Feminism told and molded women into believing that anything that had been traditionally associated with femininity or womanhood or all of those things were just nonsensical things. You know, nobody's really like that. And it stripped away women's structure. It stripped away women, the social structure for women. It stripped away social responsibility from women. It stripped away social accountability for women. Just gone. And said, you know what? Women just go wild, go crazy. There are no expectations anymore for who you need to be and what you need to be doing and all of that. So all of that stuff about women are homemakers and they're good moms and women don't break their homes, women don't cheat on anybody, women are always good wives, women are always good moms, women are always good sisters, and you know, we're always looking out for the best for the people around us, the people we call family and all them sorts of things, just out of the window. And then they gave everybody social media and the ability to self-express however you wanted to self-express. And with that ability, women have thoroughly and completely, as a group, destroyed every wholesome, good, or positive imagery concerning femininity that there has ever been. One of the main things that women have proved and exposed of themselves via the internet is a lot of women's propensity to be whores. The whoring around. The thumbnail itself, if you take a look at it, this is just that woman is an average woman. And when I say average this time, I just mean a run-of-the-mill woman, hyena or not. Just a run-of-the-mill woman. She's standing there, if you want to look closely enough, with no bra on. If you look closely enough, you can see the imprint of her nipples. My words are blocking it on purpose, but she's standing there with her leggings tight enough to make a camel toe. And it's this type of display. Thank you thank you so much for sponsoring the show. I really appreciate it. And, you know, this used to be a camel toe, used to be something that a woman hid. We were ashamed to wear clothing that would show the imprint of the shape of our vagina, of our lips. We didn't want to wear anything that would reveal the shape and the position of our coochie lips. We just didn't want to do it because it was considered uncouth, it was considered nasty, and it was considered just a social faux pas. You've come outside with your camel toe? It was a social faux pas to come outside with no bra or an ill-fitting bra where your nipples could be shown. That was something we used to, oh my God, girl. We hid that stuff like you would hide a period stain. You know, you go outside and all of a sudden it's red on the back. The embarrassment. The embarrassment was overwhelming for a woman or a girl to go outside and, you know, there's a blood stain because she's on her cycle. There's, I don't wear a thing that see through. Now you can see the color of my bra. You can see I done worn something so thin, you can see the color of my underwear. You can see whether it's a thong or whether it's granny panties or whether it's whatever it is, you can see it. And I should not be wearing clothes that you can see through. Now there's no shame. Used to be shame for a woman to be known as or thought of as a whore. Not something she paraded around, not something that she displayed to everybody. She wasn't proud of it. Back in the day, a woman who was in a brothel or who was prostituting, she knew that she had reached the bottom rung of womanhood. She know she reached the bottom rung of womanhood. She knows she did. This is a woman that might be on drugs. This is certainly a woman that does not, for whatever reason, have the covering of her family. Thank you, Pound for Pound. Said just a little something on a thankful Saturday afternoon. Thank you so much. She knew she didn't have the cover of her family. So the brothel house, the pimp, the madam, this was the only place she could go where she could halfway get something to eat and halfway survive. This is where she had to be. And women of yesteryear were never proud of that. They were always ashamed of it because it meant for them to be there, it meant that there was nothing in their life that prevented them from being there, or that the things that had happened in their life had opened them up to that and made them vulnerable to needing to do that in order to survive. And they were not proud to have done it. They weren't proud to have left their kids behind or whatever, to let men use them for money so they could eat. But nowadays, it is a point of pride. So much so, and I thought of making a video this today, but I thought these things were so closely related. This is what a lot of these young chicks be talking about. They entrepreneurs and they run little businesses. They hoeing out of their house is what they doing. They act like they got these little hair businesses or wig businesses or nail businesses, or, you know, they reselling stuff. There's only a small percentage of these young women that are actually doing things as a legit business, getting little stuff and being like a reseller. You get stuff from AliExpress, you get stuff from this website, that website, real cheap, get it wholesale, you know, or have it drop shipped or have it shipped to you where you ship it out. you got a little online store, or you got a little Facebook store or something like that, and you're running your business like that. And, you either can live off of it if it's going real good, or it's a really good side hustle. But most of the girls nowadays, when they say they running a business, they mean they're running an OnlyFans. They mean they're running a private Snapchat. They mean they're running, that's what they mean. And they're making a certain amount of money being webcam girls or whatever you do on OnlyFans. I'm assuming that you get on camera or you post real provocative naked pics or whatever you doing. And that be they little business. That's the business they talking about. That's why a lot of these young girls, they can't tell you exactly what they do for work. But they got a lot of time on their hands. A lot of time to go out. A lot of time to be stupid. And you wonder, well, what do you do for work? You don't seem like you never got to go to work. Where's your job? And they can't tell you. This is where they getting, we make 6 figures. See, that ain't on the census, didn't pick that up. The Pew Research didn't pick it up because it's money under the table. It's money for hoeing. That's where they getting it from. Just like the young lady Jada Moore was talking about, I was making 10 bands at one point. I believe her. She was making that money. That's why it's such a draw. Because you ain't drawn to do nothing that doesn't benefit you somehow. And these chicks is money hungry. Thank you, Pharaoh said OnlyFans. He's an X-rated sideshow. Exactly. It's a way to be a freelance porn star. It's freelance prostituting. They don't even bypass the pimp. It's freelance prostituting and being an adult film star of your own making. It has exposed women for being the thirsty in the thirst trap. It has given the average looking or below average looking woman a way to get the type of male attention she has always wanted but can't get locally. Thank you, Machismo. So you get a halfway busted looking chick can get the attention that a 10 can get because social media has made almost a level playing ground for it, because all she got to do is have a big butt. It doesn't even matter if she's kind of fat around it. They done perfected the little pose where you kind of hide your gut. You way up here with the camera and all that. They done perfected it. Thank you, James. They done perfected it. So social media has exposed women's propensity to slut around. When there are no structures, this is what women will go to. And it's all about the stroking of the ego of the women. That's what this is about. This isn't even so much about they sexual, their like libido, because all of them aren't even having sex. Let me tell you this much. Let me tell you something. The reason why these women are going towards this online whoring, this online prostitution that they are doing, this social distance prostitution that they're doing, is because they don't want to have sex. These are some of the driest coochie women in the history of women. And it's my opinion that they coochie dry because they miserable. Just miserable women. Not in their femininity, so you're miserable. So I don't even believe they be getting hot like that. I don't believe they get hot like that. That's just my armchair diagnosis. I don't know if nobody else agree with that or see that or whatever, but that's my armchair diagnosis to it. These chicks do like they do because they don't want to have sex. That's why when you get in a relationship with them, they don't have sex with you. I believe that they are so far away from femininity that they coochie don't even get hot like that. Because I don't understand it personally. How you can be in relationships with men that you say you sexually attracted to and not be trying to jump him boy, if I was married, my husband would be so tired of me jumping him. Just jumping him. Would you like a BJ? Huh? Just from nowhere. Thank you, Pharaoh. Just from nowhere. Just cause you appeared, he walked in the room. Oh. Openly staring at him. I would be doing my meat gazing in the house, not the gym. Mm-hmm. What you looking at? You must want something. Yes. I don't get it. I don't feel like it. What's wrong with you? And it be young women. What you mean? I was hotter than Wyatt Earp's 6-shooter at 22. I better have been married. Don't listen. I'm not shy and I'm not shamed. Yes, I am a spiritual woman. Yes, I am Muslim. That is why you get married. So all of what I'm talking about is not for every man. It's not for the street. It's for your home. It's for the man that lock you down in a marriage. Any man that come lock me down in a marriage, he about to get that. You have to worry about she withholding. Withholding what? He the one gonna have to withhold from me. Listen, not tonight. What you mean not tonight? Because not tonight? Because I would like sleep. Because I would like work. Like I gotta sleep at some point. Like at some point, the human body must rest. You don't get that? Can we just do a little bit? Just 5 minutes. I'll take a quickie. These chicks don't even get hot like that. I'm sorry. This is about to be one of them streams. The weekend is about to be another type of stream. I'm sorry. I didn't warn y'all. Thank you, Celine 2000. It's ridiculous women be jumping from guy to guy, but when they marry, they don't want to be like bunny rabbits. I don't get it. don't even know how they rack up bodies sparingly as they want to have sex. Pharaoh, thank you. Said, sorry, I just have to ask, do you mind marrying a 25-year-old Muslim male? 25. Now, what you gonna do with a 44-year-old woman? Better yet, what would I do with a 25-year-old man? Because I'm gonna be old for you old. I'm gonna be old for you old. Be like, I gotta take care of her. You would just be hitting your stride at 40. I be 60 something. Now I don't plan to be sick though. I plan to be a nice 60 something. Yeah, I don't plan on being sickly now. You can be old, but you ain't got to be sickly. I plan on being one of them good looking, healthy. You don't know I'm 60 because I still look 40. One of them 60s. So it might work for a young man. It might work for a young man. Thank you, pound for pound, says CC, the Crimson Confessions. Yeah, it might work for a young man. Maybe. I don't plan on being one of them, you got diabetes, and all that. I don't plan on doing that. That's why I'm trying to get it together right now. Matter of fact, my core is on fire. Do y'all understand that? I've been trying to shred this core for the last 4 days. I am so sore. Pharaoh, thank you again. Said with the woman you are, I would do it. You gonna want kids. But I appreciate the sentiment. I really do. That's very sweet. Don C, thank you. Said, love that gym video. Wish I had more to see and love how your mind work. Keep up the great work. Thank you so much. Yeah. Oh, the weekend gonna be a little bit looser. We be a little bit, we strict and tight on Monday through Friday. And Saturday, because I'm gonna be doing a weekend show for the next couple of weekends. So the weekends are gonna be a little bit loose. I'm gonna talk a little bit more to everybody in the chat. I hope everybody appreciate that or like that or that jibes with people. Thank you, Bukola. So, I don't know what's with y'all young females. Don't want to give it up. They all be doing everything to not give up no sex. What's wrong with y'all? You a sure get with a man that want to provide for you and give you the 4 P's and he be trying to give you P number 5 and he be trying to give you every P he got. And y'all be like, girl, I just didn't feel like it. What's wrong with you? Anyway, we gonna cut to a commercial break. So after these messages, we'll be right back.
See, wherever I go, stay ready, stay alert. I'm always prepared for whatever. I see you. There's a seat right here. I can see from all angles. I'm ready. It's time to get down to business. Game time.
Hi, honey. I know you just made it to the library, but love of my life, my hero, my lion, you forgot your A game. So come home, take it, and then you can go and conquer the world, black man. Oh, and one more thing. Would it kill you to just wear some socks? I'm just saying. Love you. And can you bring home some milk?
Oh, man. She be killing me. Okay, I'll go back. I'm gonna get my A game. I'm not putting them socks on. I'm good. I'm fly. I'm fresh. I'm gonna stop at 7-Eleven to get some milk.
You know what? It's time to change my little nail things. They're good for about a week. and then it be time to change it. I'm gonna contact them. I'm gonna be like, listen, I'll be talking about my nails. Y'all need to sponsor me. But anyway. Here's the thing. I'm gonna share another one of my opinions. Oh, before I do that, before I share another opinion, I want to say, bam, 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 bam. You gotta hit the like button. Bam, bam. You gotta So everybody hit the like button. We got 279 wonderful people who hit it, and if we could just get the other 200 people to hit it, that would be so awesome. UFO said his ex used to sneak in the bathroom and watch me shower. See, it wouldn't even be sneaky for me. I'll just be standing there with popcorn, like, just a perv. Just a perv. Oh, my husband would be looking at me like, what is you doing? Just enjoy the show. Breakfast ready? I'm just enjoying the show with popcorn. Don't mind me. You can turn around. Just act like I'm not standing here. Want me to wash your back? I don't need help with the back. You want to wash your back? I can wash your back. I can wash your back. I can reach the whole back. I sure can. You sure you don't want? Okay. You don't really want to? I'm a good back washer. Okay. Get out. Okay. Well, you ain't gotta be upset. But here's the thing. Thank you, Dante. Says shame on you. Shame on these chicks that be holding out with their husband. I don't get that part. That part always go over my head. I was like, how? Why? How? Ain't you attracted? Why would you get with a man you ain't attracted to like that? I'm not going nowhere with a man that I can't imagine, I don't want to date. I don't want to talk. I don't want to do none of that. Here's another one of my opinions with these women and these low sex drives, because the internet exposed more than these women's depravity and their thirstiness. I do believe that women have desensitized themselves sexually so much that they not interested in the act. Excuse me. Thank you, Joe Average. Thank you for that commercial thumb dance, lady. Got this old man wishing for younger days. I think they inundate themselves. They spend so much time in this constant state of sex and trying to give sex and trying to give the image of sex and be this bad bee. My booty shots. I'm on a stripper pole and I'm on OnlyFans and I think that they burn themselves out psychologically. And the reason why I think that is because sex is like 80 to 90% psychological with women. With men, it's physical. Sex happens physically for y'all more than it happens psychologically for you. But for women, if we can't psychologically make it there to the sexy place, you're not going to get no real action here. It won't play out physically. So we have to we got to be able to imagine sex with you. We got to be able to imagine doing all kind of, sex acts and all that kind of stuff with you. If we can't even imagine that, if you get a performance, it's going to be one of them sad, or she going to fake. She going to be real theatrical. Yeah, this real theatrical. And you know what I'm saying? You ain't even hardly got started yet, and she, about to faint. Girl, if you don't knock it off. We just is, you know what I'm saying, getting past first base. Girl, if you don't knock it off, I ain't even did nothing yet. We just did, you know. Girl, everybody clothes ain't even off. And you climbing the wall. If you don't stop. Matter of fact, get out. Because you about to fake this whole session. Bye. So women have sex up here before we ever have sex down here. Men can have sex physically before they have sex here. Because men can really, I don't know if he can really get it up for a woman he's just flat not attracted to. I'm not going to say that. But he can get it up for a woman he don't like. Like, he don't like her, who she is, like personality-wise. But if the aesthetic is right, he might actually go ahead. You know what? Let me do it. So I think women really wear themselves out sexually, psychologically, and then they don't be wanting to have nothing to do with the actual act when it's called upon for them to do it regularly and routinely in a relationship. You got to have sex. All that sex once a week. I don't know what y'all, especially y'all young women, I don't know what y'all be doing. Once a week? What's wrong with y'all? So you don't get hot no hotter than once a week. Y'all only get hot with the transaction and with whoring around. The stability actually makes you dry. I don't get it. That is really the opposite of a lioness. That's really the opposite of a lioness. Instability makes a hyena hot. Stability makes lionesses hot. Because I can't really get it together for you with your little unstable self. You can give me what, a half of a pea? I'm not doing this. Get out of my face. And you want me to jump down and break it down and do it how? You want me to break down? I'm not breaking that down. I am not breaking that down. You ain't even, you don't even have stability. No. Lionesses thrive only in a pride. We do not thrive by ourselves out somewhere with cubs and no alpha. We don't do that. We can't. We really can't. That just mess up our whole mentality. But let me get to the point of this video, which kind of leads into it. The internet has exposed women's unstable and chaotic thinking. What we've gotten to see is how women have these unresolved traumas. What we've gotten to see is how chaotic women's thought processes are. What we've gotten to see is this chaotic, haphazard approach to life and life decisions, all these bad decisions that they make, and then being oblivious to the level of trouble and threat that they routinely cause. We can see this if you watch Kevin Samuel's shows, may he rest in peace. If you watch Kendra G and just listen to how the women talk. Watch Daily Wrap Up Crew, watch 8 at the Table, watch the Lapeef Network. If all these instances are allowing women to just talk and just say what's on their mind, and 9 times out of 10, it's the most chaotic, ridiculous stuff that you have ever heard in your life. And you sit back and you be like, what? So these are adults thinking like this and talking like this? And you really be amazed. Because these women will come up talking about how many kids they got and how many baby daddies and You know, and all these relationships that have failed, and they halfway in this one and half out of that one, and they won't looking for a man over here, and they ain't had time to get over the heartbreak of the last one before they, man, I don't get that. I don't get that at all. That jumping from one man to another, that I don't get that. Because you're supposed to, especially if this was an actual relationship that actually ended, there is a time that you need to heal. I would even say that for men. Because a lot of times men can go from one woman to another and he be okay. But even for men, I would say this: if you are always breaking up and you never take the time out as a man to just rest for a minute, like because something going on. It's not all these chicks. It's something happening with me, because why I can't keep these relationships going? And a lot of these times those relationships I wanted to keep. Now, sometimes it was the women, but can we say out of 10 breakups, it was all 10 of the women and not me? Just like in Islam, I'm gonna say something about the Muslim brothers. Because you notice this in some instances in the Islamic community. Because in Islam, men control divorces and marriage, right? Unlike women, after divorces, men do not have what is called an iddah period. They don't have a waiting period where they must not be married before they can get married again. A man can get married all the time. He can get married all the time, right? There are no waiting periods or times after divorces or even after the death of his spouse where he got to mourn or wait or anything. He can just get married to the point where if his wife died that morning, he could be married that night. Now, I don't recommend it, but it's possible. Thank you, Celine. So for women, it's vital to keep a low profile online. It is. A comment made me smile. I got a comment on it. Thomas said, Kendra, I like the Little House on the Prairie look. That's hot. You're a trendsetter. You know what? And I was skeptical about this top because you know what I call them? They mammy made. Or they matronly. My word is they mammy made when they look like, just little, a doily or something a grandma would wear. Because, old women for whatever reason, old women like to get something with little bitty flowers on it. Like, grandma, that's not trendy, okay? Thank you, 39 Dina. But then I liked this. I said, ooh, maybe I can dress it up. So thank you for noticing. But anyway, get back to what I was saying. What in the world was I saying? Oh my goodness. That comment cracked me up. I'm sorry. What was I talking about? Because I have completely lost my train of thought, y'all. Help me out. Help me out. What was I saying? Oh, I was going to talk about the Muslim brothers. So thank you all. In Islam, there's no waiting period for men. And I've known men to get married one after the other, have been married 15 or 20 times. No break. And let them tell it was always something the sister was doing. And I call cap. And I used to have this discussion with my late husband. He like, well, you know, the brother, it ain't no either. I said, yeah, but what happened to a vetting process? What happened to self-inventory? What happened to, you know, looking at if you've been married 1, 2, 3, 4, once it get past 3 and 4, it's time to step back and be like, wait, whoa. It's something I'm not doing right. Let me pause. Thank you, Israel. Let me pause. Let me reflect. How did this marriage go? Why did it end? How did this marriage go? Why did it end? See if I can see a pattern. Because if it's a pattern of women that I don't like, why am I continuously choosing these types of women? And why have I not improved my vetting process to get a better kind of woman? What's going on with me that these marriages break down in 2 years, 1 year, 3 years? What's going on? And I have heard from their mouth to my ears, some of these brothers who was guilty of that, talking to other brothers and completely blame the women 100%. No accountability. No accountability. And I have heard brothers encourage it. Yeah, you should get another wife. He should? Really? And I said that all of that to say you break yourself going from person to person to person with no break in between, no resting period, no period of self-reflection, no period of saying, okay, if I'm so awesome, why my relationships don't work? And you hear the craziness of the women on social media telling you about their crazy processes. Had one woman on Kendra G's show talking about she was still in the house with her husband, but she was looking for a man on Kendra G. Like, what is you doing? Another thing that social media has exposed about women is their misandry and their apathy towards all men. The misandry and the apathy towards all men. The ultimate selfishness of women and the unwillingness to think logically or have any empathy for anybody but yourself. So this ultimate selfishness, women have exposed themselves on the internet through social media for this. Unwillingness for you as women to make any interchange to become better women or better people. That's gone. Bad parenting. The internet has exposed women to be actually bad parents. Okay? And it has exposed that the men are actually better parents, better nurturers than the women who have long been thought to be the nurturers and the caretakers of the children and the family. The internet has exposed women to be the exact opposite of that. Don't care about them. It's women that's real quick, F them kids. Women real quick. The abortion thing proves it. I never understand. Let me rant real quick. I don't understand how you for abortion and that procedure and you don't see nothing wrong with that procedure and how it damages a woman's uterus and all of that, her reproductive system. But these same women that'll get 5 abortions sit somewhere online talking about what's wrong with birth control and how it's not healthy. That blow me every time. But I guess I won't go too far into that. But women are bad parents for a lot of the time. Not everybody, of course. But women they be bad. They expose themselves as bad parents. They put their children in compromised situations where the children can either be physically or psychologically harmed. They don't make good decisions for their children or thinking of their children when they make certain decisions. They'll bring any old kind of man around their kids. And sometimes these men are predators. Sometimes these men delete these kids because you didn't vet him. You didn't see if he had a psychological issue. You just saw penis and a couple of dollars. That's what you saw. And he would move in, or he would help you, and he would pay this, that, and the third. And then you started leaving your 3-year-old with him. He don't deal with toddlers. And on top of it, it ain't his. Kid not even his, so he don't have no attachment or no affinity to the kid. And I'm not accusing all men of this by a long shot. It's only a small percentage, but somehow you hyenas manage to find them small percentages of men. Somehow y'all manage to find those small percentages of unhinged men. And the reason why you able to find those small percentages of unhinged men is because the level of your chaos and the level of your unhingedness. You're unhinged. So like attract like. You don't got it all. You don't got it all. So you attract men that don't got it all. Because he can't have it all dealing with you. Because a man that had it all up here, a man who elevator went all the way up to the top floor, would never bother with you. Because you're too chaotic, you're too ridiculous. He wouldn't even bother with you for sex. Thank you, Hollow Tribe said a lot of men aren't balanced as a result of independent parenting. I'm just saying. Some of you chicks is so trifling, no man worth the salt go in bread would even bother you for sex. Because he get turned off by just how you present, or you might present okay, but then how you talk to your kid was like, whoa. And this is an individual that she birthed out of her body and she talking to him like this. So I ain't got nothing coming. Thank you, AK. If she would speak to a human being that spent 9 months in her womb and she spent X amount of hours in labor to bring forth into this world, and she can talk to that human being like that, I don't have nothing coming. She'll never respect me. She don't even respect what come out of her womb. And the man who would deal with you after seeing how trifling you are, that's the one you don't leave your kids with. Because you know you trifling. He got to be more trifling than you to deal with you. Because some of y'all out here on straight up demon time, and you attract demons to you. Some of you women are on demon time, and you attract male demons to you. They demons too. Thank you, Pound for Pound says, true, Kendra, stepfathers are kind of like male lions when it comes to kids not being our own. Real talk. Yeah. And I'm not saying every stepfather would off a kid, because, I mean, it's still murder, right? But these unstable, unhinged men, because you know you stay on demon time. And it is men out here that is demons. And you attract them. Because demons like the hellfire. Demons like that. Demons like that chaos. Demons like that triflingness. Demons like that dirt and filth and debauchery, and demons like that kind of stuff. That's what they like. That's their environment. Thank you, Miss Lou Casey. I was at Bath and Body Works the other day, spending an ungodly amount of money on lotion and stuff. Don't judge me. And it was this woman in there with her little girl. Her little girl couldn't have been no more than about 5 years old or so. 5, maybe 6. And I'm telling you, that woman must have nagged that little girl the whole time I was in there. Don't touch that. And I don't put your hands on that. And see, that's why you don't put your hands on it now. You don't look at your hand now. That you don't touch it now. You don't put it. Well, stand right here. Come on, get closer. Don't stand over there. See, that's what you do. That's what's going on with you. You turn around and you don't stand. And I'm thinking, when is you gonna shut up? Couldn't have been that baby father couldn't have been nowhere around her. Cause she had to be a single mother with that kind of raising. Because if I was a man, if I was her man, there's no way I would let her talk to my child like that. I would have been like, if you don't shut up, and it's to leave her alone. Because the way she was talking to that little girl declared to me that she don't have no structure and she don't have no control over that little girl. And you know what the crazy part about it was? Little girl wasn't even really doing nothing. That little girl wasn't being bad. I done seen little kids be bad, and that little girl wasn't doing it. She was standing there. And you know how Bath and Body Works be having that little stuff. It'd be shiny and colorful. So she like 5 or 6. So then, you know, they had how they had them little bins. Excuse me. When you about to check out, and they had a little travel size and a little this and a little that. And so she was picking the little stuff up, look at it. She wasn't breaking it or nothing. She put it back and look at the other one. Put your hands out. You know, if you wasn't able to wire your little girl up before you came outside and tell her don't be touching nothing, don't wait till you get in the store and try to show that little girl up like you got her in check like that. Y'all understand what I'm saying? It's like, girl, that little girl ain't doing nothing. She just standing there. If you had that much control, you wouldn't have to talk to her the whole time you was in the store. You'd have been able to say one time what you wanted, and she would comply. That's when you know you have an obedient child and a mother that's mothering. Because when I was raising mine, I didn't have to tell them 50 times. Sometimes I didn't have to talk. That art is lost. The look. Don't know nothing about the look no more. I had control over mine. And I didn't have to yap at them the whole time we was out. Because if a man was talking to her like that, you understand what I'm saying? It would be abusive in her mind. If a man was constantly, you know what, don't go over there. Well, why you talking to him? Well, why you standing in that line? Well, why you pick that up? Well, what you gonna buy that? Well, who said you was gonna buy that? See, if a man was doing that to her, he's controlling. That's the other thing that the internet has exposed from women. Double standard. She can see everybody else's abuse towards her. She don't see hers towards other people. She don't see what she be doing wrong. Essentially, to wrap this up, because it's Saturday, I'll indulge a little bit. Because this goes with the theme for today. Koja Malik. So are you saying mothers giving instruction to kids to prevent them from dropping and breaking things is wrong? Is that what I said? Is that what I said? Or did I say something different than that? This is the other thing that the internet has exposed. Women's disingenuous conversation and circular logic. Because Koja Malik apparently does not agree with the content with which she has clicked upon to watch, now she want to be disingenuous in my chat room. That's not what I said. There's a difference between making sure that your children aren't acting out and badgering them all day for nothing. That is not effective parenting. Badgering your children the whole time you in a store is not parenting. It is improper because children do not need to be badgered. And if you have to badger them, that means that your structure is lacking, not them, because they are being children. You're the adult. You exercise the patience. You create the system, the order, and the structure for them to abide by. And if they're not abiding, it might be something wrong with your approach and your structure and your parenting style. The other thing that social media has exposed about women is their constant deflection and finger pointing to everybody but them, because social media has exposed that women believe themselves to be absolutely perfect. They do no wrong. They say no wrong. My challenge for 2 years has yet to be answered. Any woman who thinks that she's perfect, and I'm saying women think they're perfect, absolutely without flaw, like God. And if you say, oh no, Crimson Cure, that's ridiculous. Women don't think that they're perfect. Okay, name 5 flaws that women have as the general collective of women. Name 5. Because you can name 20 that you think men have. Name 5 that you think women have. That challenge has yet to be answered. Thank you, Pharaoh, once again, sweetheart. So you're the Muhammad Ali of Red Pill. Much love from your 25-year-old secret admirer. Thank you so much, sweetheart. You know how to flatter an old woman. And the deflection keeps going, proving my point in the chat room. Because the mother was perfect, because she's a woman. Well, the little girl's going to grow up and be a woman. Shouldn't she be perfect? Shouldn't she be born perfect? So anything that she was doing actually should have been right. Since women are perfect, women were once girls. So that means girls were perfect. So girls are always perfect because they grow up into be perfect women, right? Right. Thank you again, 39 Dina. So by that logic, the little girl wasn't doing anything wrong. So the mother should have shut up. You got to discipline a child when a child need discipline, not when they don't. I was there. The little girl was just standing there. She picked up one or two little things. She didn't break them. She didn't mishandle them. 5-year-old little kids fidget. That's what they do. They fidget because they're 5. Because they're 5. Thank you, Patrick. Thank you, Gregory. So many women miscalculate social media. They didn't realize that the internet would be an advantage for men to speak, in turn being a disadvantage for women to speak. You see this play out so often on platform panels. Yes. You have to discipline children when they need discipline. The only time children need discipline is when they act out of order. And if they're not acting out of order, you're not supposed to discipline them. Let them be until they do something outside of the order. And then you warn them about what they're doing. Bring it to their attention about what they are doing, because children are children. Sometimes they forget. Sometimes they're just rebellious. You have to remind them of what they're doing. And the woman in the chat room should know that, because grown women act like kids. You got to remind them about what's what, about having logical conversations. You have to constantly bring them back to the point of a topic so that they won't spin off like a child, so that you can have a normal adult conversation. A feat that modern women and even some old women still have not mastered: how to have a conversation and how to answer questions directly. 99 years old, still don't know how to do it. And wonder why the relationships don't work, because you don't know how to communicate properly. You communicate like a 4-year-old. Anyway. Still going. Like an energizer buddy, just fingers, just. I wonder, does she communicate this well with anybody that she in a relationship with, whether it's romantic, friendship, family? Thank you, Mikhail. Said a lot of women don't know how to instill the discipline, order, and structure into children, because those are the values that men bring that women don't acknowledge. Exactly. My mother was like that, constantly. It's like, dang, all I'm doing is like existing. Why are you talking? I'm existing. You wanted to drag me into a store for 6 hours. So I'm fidgeting now. I'm hungry now. I'm fidgety. I'm restless. I'm sleepy. And I'm freaking 6 years old. You ain't fed me. You ain't did nothing. Now you want to argue with me because I saw a crayon and I reached for it and got it and looked at it. Now I'm in trouble. You drugged me to the store. I asked you to leave me at home with my daddy. The illogic of women is what's got Black Lives Matter organization in trouble for absconding with 90 million plus donated dollars. So we have a petition, the link of which is in the description box. You can click that, you can sign it, you can share it, you can contribute to it. And my mods are probably going to go ahead and put the link to it in the chat room. So we are going to hold Black Lives Matter as an organization accountable for the theft of that money, because this is female leadership for you. So we're going to do that. Let's get it over 3,000 over the weekend. We're this close, everybody. And let's not forget that today's show was brought to you by A-Game, the absolute best male herbal solution on the market, bar none, hands down, no dispute, no question. If you are a man looking for a way to jumpstart your health, your overall health, your vitality, your energy, your strength, and your libido. You're trying to get rid of COVID weight. You done already got rid of that and you want to keep going. You're studying. You have a manual labor job. Whatever your circumstance, A-Game can help you with your focus. A-Game really can help you with your overall health as a man. It has 21 herbs that are formulated specifically for men's bodies, okay? So in order to check out A-Game, in order to become part of the A-Game family, all that you need to do is go to the link at the top of the chat, agameherbal.com. And please don't forget your 10% discount using the code Kendra10, okay? And you can have this box of awesomeness delivered to you. You can go to the website and check out the actual 21 herbs, because there are no inactive ingredients here. There are no fillers. There are no caffeine, no artificial, nothing. Just pure A-Game fire, okay? All right, so I want to thank everyone for their very generous contributions to today's show. Thank you for hitting a like. Thank you for chilling out with me and talking with me today. And last but not least, I want to thank my support team, without which I cannot bring you content on any day of the week. And I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.
Hey guys, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. And if you've got more to say on the topic, leave a comment down below. Also, don't forget to support our sponsor, who so graciously supports this channel by clicking the description box and the link for A-Game at agameherbal.com. You can go ahead and get a 10% discount off of your next purchase using the code Kendra10. This has been yet another Crimson Cure production, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.